And hello, welcome back to Blake's Den and my 1989 Austin Mini Designer project. In this video, I'm going to be removing the gearbox linkage and the gearbox steadies, ready to take the engine out. I think it's the last step I need to do before taking the engine out. So, let's make a start. So just a word of warning before I do this, all the work I need to do is underneath the car. So I'm going to try and light it and get the camera set up the best I can to show you what I'm doing. But apologies now if it's a bit funny angles and a bit wonky, because yeah, access is limited. So I'll try and show you diagrammatically before I go under there, but that is the bit at the end of the gear lever. So the gear lever's up here, and that's the sort of where the linkage translates to motion. This is the shaft that moves backwards and forwards and rotates. And that selects your gears, basically goes into the gearbox and selects your gears. Now there's a little roll pin in there, which is item 3. You need a punch to punch out that roll pin. I've got one. This is I bought this years ago from Mini Spares. There's the part number. And I think I just need to clean it up. It's got a bit of a sharp edge on it there. And then you can use that to hammer out that roll pin. And then what I need to do is remove that mount there, that nut and bolt, and then remove the steady which is on the front. So this is under the car now. This is the gear linkage. You got a roll pin here and you got a roll pin here. I think it's that one you want to get out, but you could either take that one out. I don't think it's a problem. Just one of them needs to come out. I've already had this out before, because I fitted an oil seal on the back here, and I remember it being an absolute pain because of the angle everything was at. So what I might have to do is change the gear, or change the gear the car's in, to see if I can reposition this so I can actually get in easier, because at the moment I can't get into that one, and I can't really get into the other side. I can sort of, but it's just such actually no, I might be able to do it. It's a bit of an angle, but we'll see how it goes. No, that's not doing it. It's just too much of an angle. So let me reposition and change gear. Right, so that's now in reverse, and what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to remove this one, so I've got a much better angle to get. Oh, actually, have I got a better angle to get it in? I haven't, because if I then knock that vertically up, I don't think there's enough room for it to come out. So you can see that's loose in there. Try different. So that's now in third gear, and I'm actually just going to take off this little bracket here, because I think that'll give me far better access for getting at the split pin. So just 2 bolts holding this in. So let's quickly whiz this off. So this would be the bracket which would hold the exhaust, sort of the bottom of the downpipe, start of the tailpipe. So I'll bring it back once that's off. So I've just been able to slacken off the top one and move it out of the way. So now we should be able to drift this roll pin out. Getting access is really awkward. Just trying to swing the hammer without hitting anything. It's barely moved. Okay, that's going now. So yeah, I think I've just heard it drop on the floor somewhere. Luckily I've got plenty of spares of these. So then if I pull that out, this should now allow me to separate these two. Just tweak it with a spanner. Yeah, what I might have to do there is actually change gear in the car. It's currently in third. If I put it into fourth, that would pull the lever out the way, I think, yeah. Nope, that made it worse. But anyway, it's allowed me to then get that off. And then this bit here is an additional little dust shield. Comes as part of the mini spares kit for preventing oil leaks. So I'll just take that and put that somewhere safe so that I can go back on later. Right. Now you've got this mount up here. Hopefully you can see that. So that needs to come off as well. That's just a nut and a bolt. Looks fairly easy to do. So I bought this Parkside impact wrench the other day. It's actually like a low impact one, so it only does quite low torque, but it's really good for whizzing nuts and bolts off for things like this. And because it's a 90-degree right angled one, it's good for limited access, unlike my bigger one. So I'm just gonna see if I can get this on. I presume it's 1/2 inch. I've got a 1/2 inch spanner on the other side, so that would suggest it's 1/2 inch, but stranger things have happened. Okay, so why does that not want to go on? Interesting. Oh, it's because I've not got a 1/2 inch socket. Right, so back now with an 1/2 inch socket. I'll show you how good this is. If I can get it to go on. So it does impact like that and has two torque settings. I think it's like 70 Newton meters maximum torque. Maybe this one's a bit tighter than I think. So much of that. Oh well. I will have to go old school and put a socket on it. I mean, it is turning. Let me put a socket on it and then we'll break off the torque. Okay, I've cracked that off with a ratchet. There we are. That's off. That is super, super easy. I do like my Parkside tools. Right, so that's the linkage off and the rear mount off. So now I think we've just got to think about the front. So down at the front here, we've got this engine mount, gearbox mount, whatever you want to call it. And it looks like it's a pain to get out. It's 9/16. But where it's positioned, you can't actually get a socket onto it. So I'm going to have to do it with 2 spanners. Luckily I've got 2 9/16 spanners. But yeah, it's a case of having to wind it out very slowly. Obviously I can do it that way. That'll get me a bit more turning on it. But yeah, luckily it's not super tight or seized. But yeah, this could be a bit of a pain to get out otherwise. So yeah, I'll bring you back once that's undone. Right, that's got the nut off now. Wasn't too bad. I can pull that down. Lots of washers as usual. And now I think the only thing holding the engine in the car is the engine mounts and the gearbox speedo drive cable. Mustn't forget that when I lift it out. Yeah, what I think I'll just do for completeness is this is probably going to need new bushes anyway, so I think I'll take the other end out as well. It sort of attaches to the front subframe, so I'll just whiz that off now as well. So it turns out it's really difficult to get the the other end of that bracket off, or that steady off. So I've had to use an extension and a wobble on a ratchet, and I've got a spanner jammed on the other side to stop the nut from spinning off. So I'm going to very slowly take this off. There's that engine steady / gearbox steady removed. So that can be bagged up and then cleaned up and rebushed and then go back on when we are ready. So as I said, I think that's it for now. I think everything's disconnected bar the speedo cable and the engine mounts. So in the next video, this engine will be coming out. I'm going to be using my engine crane here. And yeah, this is going to be exciting and probably quite stressful at the same time. But I think just take it slow and steady and we'll get this out. So thank you for watching this video. If you've liked the video, press the like button below. If you've got any comments, please drop them below. I respond to all questions and comments that people ask, provided they're not stupid ones. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, it costs you nothing and you'll be notified of all the latest videos as soon as they land. So once again, thank you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.